door seems to be out of power. I can't go any further. Maybe there's a way to get the power on.
Welcome to Ironside Gaming. I'm Drew Bosley. Joining alongside me, as always, the one, the only Nathan Quinn. Nate, what's happening?
Nothing, buddy. Just about to review Anoxemia.
Yeah,
I learned a new word playing this game.
Man, I don't get it. What? Say it again?
So it's an Anoxemia. I think I listened to it about 10 to 15 times on Google Translate. I had to, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Anyways, it's actually really cool because this game is based on deep sea diving,
right.
And anoxemia stands up for, to put it in layman terms, the lack of oxygen in your blood, or arterial blood, they say.
So the title goes well with the game.
Yeah, exactly. Because the basic gist of the game is you're a deep sea diver. I think you're lost from your crew.
Yeah.
You lost your crew.
Yeah.
And you're just out gathering resources and kind of picking up bits of history while you're at it.
It's got a cool premise behind it. I don't feel that they fleshed out enough of the story and the background of the game to kind of push me enough to keep going forward with it.
Yeah, it was a little bit broken and not...
Yeah.
Just like it was a little hard to follow.
It was. They have a great concept. I like the concept of what they have to bring to the game, but it's just, to me, they just left it lacking.
And your guy has a pink mustache.
Yeah, it was weird. I like how it opens, right? So you're going down to gather these resources, but your sub breaks, more or less. You lost contact with your crew, but you're down there, you're gathering resources, but it opens with like this comic book kind of scenario, this cutscene of a comic book scene. It's all monotone, so it's all like blues and like deep blacks and all that stuff, and then your pink mustache. Well, whatever. I'm not sure what that has to do with it, but okay, I can handle that. But then the game itself, the controls I think are awesome.
Yep, they were great.
They were solid. It felt floaty, but it's supposed to be because you're in that underwater scenario. So it felt like as I was moving my cursor through, it was still floating the way I kind of felt that it should. Mm-hmm. So I thought they nailed that part.
Yeah, they totally did. I had no complaints with the controls. I'd say at the start it was a little bit to get used to because your diver doesn't go straight. He's always vertical. But
yeah.
But it's not. It's supposed to be like that because you're going through tight spaces and all this
right.
stuff. So.
Well, it's a 2D side scroller, right?
Yeah.
So it's just one flat plane. I like the monotone atmosphere that they brought with the game. The art style itself is really, really cool.
Oh, it is cool.
They classified it as a horror game. I don't buy it. I don't see that part in the game, right?
Not really. Maybe you could say suspense or thriller, maybe.
Maybe a bit of a thriller with it, but
maybe,
not
but
a horror
it didn't make me jump.
I hate horror games. I ain't playing horror games. This is not even close. So I was okay to keep playing with this one. But not too dark. I was not having, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt okay with this, but to call it the horror, I didn't like. They tried to pigeonhole their genre down, and I think they missed it. To me, it's just a 2D puzzle solving side scroller. But again, the game for me, it just felt incomplete. The story's not there. The puzzles are okay. It's
true.
Not a long game either.
I around my 30th mission or so, I only really had like 2 or 3 puzzles that were different from one another.
Yeah.
Something that I didn't see that I'm like, how do I do this?
Yep.
But I don't know.
I feel for what we're getting for the game that the price point of, was it $9?
Yeah, it's $7.99.
$7.99. So I think the price point is good for the game.
Oh, absolutely.
So I can justify that. But again, to me, there's so much more that they could have done properly with this. A better story, a more solid, concrete story. The opening was good, but then you just kind of lost it all.
Yeah, you're just kind of keep going deeper and deeper in the water, and you're...
For no purpose.
Yeah.
Just collecting resources. And then with the resources, you don't really do much with them.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I don't get it. I just don't,
You literally obtain them and then
what?
I said, keep going further.
Each mission basically lasts about a minute to 2 minutes.
And some of them are even less than that. I had one mission that was like 30 seconds.
Yeah, and then you're done. Then you're on to the next one, which is good if that's the style of the game that they're after. But it's just the same mission, and then the same level, and the same level, and the same level.
Yeah.
You know?
So they have timers for both the power of your drone, because your character is following this drone that you don't really know about. It seems like your guy always talks about it, and he's like, oh, I'm following this thing, but I think it has a mind of its own. Kind of making reference to us.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's for having these timers, because man, for me, I hate games with timers. I hate being restricted to be like, you got to do this in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But this game, I never felt like I was like, oh my goodness, I'm pressed for time. Or if I did, it wasn't like groundbreaking where I'm like, oh great, I'm totally screwed. Where it was just like, no, you could quickly restart the level and pick up a couple oxygen tanks and then do it and still have lots of time, you know? It just...
Yeah, the mission structure of it, the time itself, I felt when I ran out of time, it was my own fault, not the game's fault. So it's just my own problem to deal with. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of those countdowns either. But I wasn't feeling the pressure. I was kind of, crap, you're running out of air. And then I died. Sometimes I died for just out of no reason at all.
I didn't realize that using your drone's abilities cost power. So I was like spamming my harpoon, and then, like, it took me like I think 3 or 4 times of, you know, using it up. I'm like, why did it go from 5 minutes to nothing within a minute? Anyways, that was my bad.
You catch on, right? But
yeah.
For me, man, I don't know about this game. What are you gonna score this one?
I'm gonna give it 7. It's getting a 7.
You're a little higher than I am. I'm going in at a 6. To me, there just wasn't enough. They had the story, but there just wasn't. I like my stories, and it was empty. The game feels empty to me. That's going to wrap up this review of
Anoxemia.
I'm Drew Bosley. You follow me on Twitter at 4NextLevelGamers.
Me, Doom Guy Parker 50.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.